Greetings, Eric. End of game week 3 and another good result. Are you happy with the way things are going?
No, I'm not happy at all. I think for me it was an average result, just above average, and with an average result, you get the average position on the league, So yeah, I don't want to say much. I'm not happy at all. Yeah.
I see that you are very frustrated. Could this frustration be from your positioning in the league or wanting to be higher? How is it that you think you can change this?
For me, it's the reshuffling of the players, considering the both again, like we say, the fixtures and the form. I think it was things were not in my favor. This game week, but these things I just need to look at again and reconsider, and maybe make changes. I think it's the small changes that make the big things, and I just I don't know what to say. I'm just not happy. I really am not happy. Yeah.
Do you feel that these changes could impact your strategy for the season? Do you feel that it is your entire strategy as well that needs to be looked at?
For me, I don't think. I think it's something I could consider, but I don't want to jump to just changing the season strategy. I think I need to stick to it, see where I'm going wrong, and maybe then make the right transfers. I think that in the end of the day, it really boils down to that. It's the decision making we make around the transfers and the players and the fixtures they have with the form, and having faith in the players that they'll perform, maybe even after a bad form, maybe even with a good fixture, and just hoping for the best.
In our pre-game week press conference, we spoke about the risk of substituting players who had good game weeks, a good fixture within the game week, yet in bad form. And we've seen that both Gundogan and Bendia got some good points on the board for what could have been your team, but other players' prospective teams. And how do you feel about this?
I think that for every coach is the most frustrating thing. You have some players who don't perform 1-2 games, and you have to take the risk. And I think that's the risk with all transfers that you do. You have to decide and live with the consequences of your decision. And for me, I didn't do that. I saw boys were not playing well. They had the fixtures and they just didn't have the form. They just weren't performing for me. So I took them out, and I have to live with the consequences.
One of your risks you talk about didn't seem to go into your favor with Shaw on the bench and Trent Alexander-Arnold being out on the field. Is this another thing you need to relook at, the possibilities of maybe actually playing players with a better fixture regardless of their form?
I think this, like I said earlier on, this game week just did not go in my favor, and I still strongly believe in the players' forms. Yes, the fixtures play a big part, but I truly believe in the players' forms, and some decisions will not go in your favor. Maybe the next game week or the game week after, it will be vice versa, where I play a player with a good fixture, with a low form, and he performs. So it's part of the risks, really, with the substitutions on the bench, and the same as the transfers. Very much.
I guess in the end we have to consider it, or yeah, I think at least consider it. But would one not be more important than the other? And if it was, which one would it be? Would it be fixture or form? As this week has shown that fixture has outweighed form.
I think for me, it will depend, in the end of the day. If a player, depending on who the player is, I guess, if it's Mohamed Salah and he's in bad form, but he's got a good fixture, I would play him, whereas if it is an average player and below, and he is not in form, but he has a good fixture, I still wouldn't play him, So for me, if I had to choose one, I would go with the form, and the form type of the player. I would go with the form. The form for me, when it's a good fixture or a bad fixture, when the player's in form, it will make an impact either way.
Well, the international break now starts, and this gives you a bit of time. In this time, how do you feel you could use it more constructively?
I think for me and all the coaches, it's paying attention of the players who comes back, who takes longer to come back. There's a lot of countries now that have been blacklisted, players who cannot perform. We need to pay attention of that and see if they will be available for the game week 4. And even take note of the performance they have in the international break that really can affect the form of the player, even on the club level. So it's a good break for me as well. I take some time off, but more time on the board, and looking forward to it.
All right. Thank you for your time.